Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. We're going to take a look at this big story about Ripple and also jump around Japan to see what's happening here. I want to thank everyone, though. Yesterday's video, there are almost 500 replies in the comment section as to who you want to see on the panel. So I just want to thank everybody. There are some great suggestions, and I just can't wait. I hope that those that are mentioned accept the invitation and we get this off the ground. Okay, first, Ripple's win. A new customer. NCB, one of the largest financial institutions in the Middle East, joins RippleNet. So Siamak Masnavi gives us a story today that talks about the news coming out on the 13th of September, Thursday. The cross-border specialist Ripple announced on its website that the National Commercial Bank, NCB, of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, KSA, has become its latest enterprise customer. And it joined RippleNet, Ripple's fastest growing global networks of banks, payment providers, digital asset exchanges, and corporates. This is a great customer because they do a lot of cross-border remittances, especially from the country on out. So it's a huge win for Ripple, as KSA is a major player in the remittance world, with the World Bank remittance data showing that $308 million were sent into the KSA and $37 billion in remittances were sent out from the country in 2016. So we can take a look at this Pew Research website, and we can actually define our search from the country, Saudi Arabia, and look at the outgoing amounts, and we can see how it breaks down country by country. So in the very first position, there are many migrants from India working in Saudi Arabia, sending money back home for the tune of $10 billion. Then comes Egypt, Pakistan, the Philippines, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Yemen, Nepal, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, the Palestinian territories, Nigeria, Burma, which is Myanmar. It's funny they still use the old name Burma. I think we're only calling it Myanmar here. And then Ethiopia, Thailand, United States, Afghanistan, and Sudan. So that is going to be a really great customer for Ripple. Now, this morning on TV at about 7:38, Mr. Okita, the CEO of SBI Ripple Asia, was on the morning television news program demonstrating how the MoneyTap mobile app, which is on the Ripple technology, how it works. So that was kind of exciting. Yes, very, very nice promo, if you will. And just to get an idea of what Japanese are thinking in regards to MoneyTap, there is a big supporter of XRP called Giant Gox. He is on Twitter, and he asked his followers, what do you think about Amazon using MoneyTap? And 58% of the respondents said, I think so. I think they'll use it. 15% said, I don't think so. Shinai Toomo. And 4% said, I hope they don't, or I wish they don't. I'm not sure, but that was their response. And 23% said, well, I only want to see the answers. So they didn't want to partake in giving their opinion. They just were interested in what the answers would be. So I think you can see that the majority of people think Amazon will be interested in using money tap. This is a needed story. So Japan's financial service agency expands. That is a good thing. On the 12th of September, the Director General of the Strategy Development and Management Bureau of Japan's Financial Services Agency, known as the FSA, they are the watchdog of all the cryptocurrency exchanges. Kiyotaka Sasaki revealed to Reuters that the agency has added 12 members to its current staff of 30 to improve the agency's response to virtual currency exchange operators. Finally, because they are really bogged down and behind. Currently, the agency has a severe backlog with over 160 cryptocurrency exchanges waiting for approval. And I'm going to take advantage of this story and make one side comment. And that is, many people had asked me, why did Mr. Kitao launch the SBI VC trade site if he wasn't fully ready with all those enhancements that are still coming, like the order board? Well, if he didn't have speed to market in mind, he would be in this pile of applications waiting for the FSA to get through the process. So I am just really happy that he went forward and got the SBI VC site open on July 17th, despite that the order board is not in place yet. It's okay because those enhancements have been promised to launch in fiscal year 2018. And I'm just so glad that we're not sitting in this pile of applications. Okay. And moving on. This Japanese company mined almost 600 Bitcoin somewhere in Scandinavia. So they're talking about the company called GMO. GMO also operates an exchange here in Japan. They are very aggressive in regards to their advertising campaign. So the Japanese internet provider GMO Internet has spoken about a mysterious Northern European cryptocurrency mining facility that it operates, claiming the average yearly temperatures at the location are an icy 0 degrees Celsius or 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So speaking at a blockchain conference in Shibuya, Tokyo this week, GMO representatives talked of the company's latest mining project, claiming they constructed a facility somewhere in Scandinavia, although they refused to specify where. And they are in temperatures as low as minus 10 degrees Celsius. So the company states that despite leaky roofs, the facility is now operational and it mined some 568 Bitcoins, which is equivalent to the 3.7 million US dollars by July this year. So although it did not disclose how much it had spent on construction cost, electricity bills, and the other expenses in that same period. So meanwhile, GMO stated that preparing the plant provided a serious challenge with frequent blizzards, ankle-deep snow, icy roads, and heavy rain hampering the building effort. And the GMO team has installed 15,000 ASIC mining rigs in 2 warehouses at the site, with the hardware's energy consumption roughly equal to that of 33,500 households. Yeah, that's a lot of machines. Look at those beautiful northern lights. All right, so we're going to jump into the fluff, which for some of you, if you're new to this channel, I talk at the end of the video about some cultural aspect of Japan. So speaking of Scandinavia and Norway in particular, I want to talk about some similarities because there are a lot of similarities between Norway and Japan. The first is how much fish they eat. So Norwegians eat about Oh, they eat 3 to 4 times a week. They will have fish. And it's about the same as Japanese. But when you compare Japanese fish consumption to Americans, there is such a great difference. So the average Japanese eats about 154 pounds of fish a year compared to Americans that eat just 15 pounds of fish. But looking at the similarities between Norway and Japan, in Japan, we don't tip, and neither do Norwegians. And we don't wear shoes in the house, and neither do Norwegians. And the furniture is so similar, very minimalist in style, use of a lot of natural material like slate, stone, paper, wood. It's just the two aesthetics are so similar. And they're so similar that back in 2017, there was a new style developed called Japandi. And it's a trend that I think was very, very popular and one of the coolest trends of 2017. So it's a hybrid of these two styles. It combines the modern rustic vibe of Scandinavia or Nordic style and with the traditional elegance that's associated with Japanese style. And together, they make this great minimalism. So I think Japandi is very nice. If you follow interiors, uh, you just can't help but think this style is so sleek and classy and easy to live with. And there's one more thing that is very similar between Norwegians and Japanese, and that is their love of hot water. So for soaking in a hot spring, the Norwegians love it, of course, and so do Japanese. In Japan, there are more than 3,000 onsen, which is the word used for hot spring. Many of them come from natural volcanic water. And Japanese are not the only ones that like to soak in the hot water. There is the Japanese monkey, which is found all over the country. But the monkeys that are in Nagano, which are in the snow country of Main Island, there are these monkeys that just love to relax and de-stress in this warm water. And you can go and visit them and take pictures. They are a species that's native to Japan. They're very intelligent, and they'll even make snowballs for fun. They're a plant eating monkey, and they'll supplement their diet with nuts and fruits. Look at this. Look at this one coming out of the water. So funny. Yeah, so they're very, very famous here. And I think if you come to Japan in the winter, uh, yeah, there's just so many great photographs of them hanging out in the water together. Looks great. I want to join them. All right, and then if we look at one more very famous set of monkeys in Japan, this is the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, and it is the um, three monkeys that are found at the Toshogu Shrine in Nikko. It was built in 1617, and this actually represents a very wise code of conduct, if you will, that comes from China about 2,500 years ago. And it is a Confucius form of thinking, and that is if you don't see evil and you don't hear evil, you then won't speak evil. So I think it's a very good policy to follow. And I just want to say, give it some thought. Okay, that's it, everybody. I'll come back over here because my picture doesn't work for that other site. And I'll just kind of say sayonara for now with these adorable monkeys in the hot water. Okay, please take care. Bye-bye.